Al York Sports. All truth, baby. Kansas City Chiefs. Chief Rockets. Chief Rockets. Won a game yesterday at Glendale, baby. 38-35 Chiefs. In a great game with the worst ending possible. Let me touch up. First of all, peak style. You see me rock that Chief Rocket before anybody, so if you hear it out there, you know who started that. I just got to put that out there because a lot of people like snatching, from other people. You know what I'm saying? But let me just leave it like that, man. Y'all know what it is. I don't even have to explain y'all. Y'all know what it is. What a Super Bowl game yesterday in Glendale, Arizona. As the Chiefs defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 38-35 in a real good Super Bowl game. First quarter was 7-7. Halftime was 24-14 Eagles. Mahomes limped right at halftime, right after the Eagles finally got like a stop. They gave the Eagles the ball back. They got a field goal there late. They went up 24-14 with Mahomes limping, so it looked a little funny. But in the second half, it was all KC, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes outscoring the Eagles 24-11 as they defeated the Eagles 38-35 to be Super Bowl 57 champions. Now, let me break some down and don't go nowhere because I got something at the end of the show for y'all. Real talk. Now, the Eagles had the easiest road to get to the Super Bowl, but like I told many of you guys, it's not their fault who the schedule makers put in front of them. All I can say is they smacked everybody out the way. Now, somebody posted today, I see a couple of posters of who they played, who was injured when they played 7-game losing streak. I get all that. But in reality, did the Eagles show up yesterday? So to me, all that shit don't mean nothing. They showed up. They was up at the half. They was up early. They should have won the game. Bottom line. So that post to me means absolutely nothing. Now, what I would say is that their defense didn't show up. They so-called number one defense. So if you want to knock the Eagles, you don't put that post up and talk about who they beat. Their offense was stout. Jalen Hurts did his motherfucking thing. Ran in for 3 touchdowns, something like a Super Bowl record. Threw another one. The kid was on point. And I told y'all he would show up because he's used to these kind of events. He did it in high school. He did it in college with Bama and Oklahoma. And y'all might say, yeah, this is a different animal. I get it. But like I told a lot of y'all, in college, they fill up the stadiums $100,000. So he got more people watching them live. Now, maybe off the air, the NFL got college, of course, but not in the ballparks. College go 100,000 deep and they sell out. Bottom line, Jalen Hurts performed. Let me give you some of his numbers. 27 for 38, 300 yards, 1 touchdown, 15 rushes, 70 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Devontae Smith, 7 for 100. Let me go to the Chiefs side. Mahomes, 21 for 27, 182, 3 touchdowns, but he led them 3 touchdowns in the second half. So the MVP is well-deserved, but if you ask me, Hurts played a better game. Pacheco, 15 rushes, 76 yards, 1 touchdown. And Travis Kelce, 6 for 81, 1 touchdown. So the point I'm trying to make is, number one defense, where was you guys? Where was Hassan Reddick? 1 solo tackle. The guy was supposed to be the next best thing out there. A linebacker that you can ship him anywhere, and he's going to make plays. And a lot of credit needs to go to the KC's offensive line who choked in the Super Bowl against the Bucs because they had some guys hurt. They wasn't fully built, and they got exposed against the Buccaneers. Shaq and company violated them. Yesterday, you want to give anybody the MVP, I would have gave the offensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs that hold Hassan Reddick to 1 tackle, Fletcher Cox to 1 tackle, Sue and Dominican Sue, 0 tackles, Slay, I ain't even hear Slay's name all game. So the MVP to me is the offensive line / Patrick Mahomes. Defense did not do shit. They couldn't get a stop at the end. Jalen Hurts bring them all the way downfield when they were down 8 and ran that incredible 2-point conversion where he took off, no fakes, no nothing. He went into running back mode, ran left, 2 KC defenders got through the blocks, and he still broke right in between them, muscled them into the end zone. So all that lifting 600 pounds with his legs paid off because a lot of those scores was him utilizing his legs to force against another man's will to get in the end zone. Salute to Jalen Hurts. I got so much respect for the young boy. He won a notch with me. I'm going to start putting him ahead of a lot of these quarterbacks next year. He's still behind Mahomes. But, he just upscaled like to maybe top 5 right now, top 3 with that performance and the way he's been performing. And let me go to other news real quick. Something that I have to mention. Let me see if I left anything else before I keep it going. But like I said, listen, it was a great game. Back and forth. The Eagles didn't actually have the actual running attack. But like I knew they can do. I knew Hurts can throw the ball. A lot of people were saying, I'm going to give you one name from example, Big Dog, that said if they take away the run, they could beat him. Hurts can throw the ball. As you can see, 27 for 38, 300 yards, 1 touchdown, no pick. And should have had 2 touchdowns if Devontae Smith didn't run out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Am I right or am I wrong? 2 touchdowns at least he should have had. In the air, 300 yards, 27 for 38. What else you expect him to do with a defense that played decent in Kansas City? Now, they got thrown around in the first half. The line, Jones started flipping on his teammates and all that. Second half, they tightened stuff up. As you see, they gave up 11. But Jalen Hurts was still doing whatever he was able to do. He just didn't have enough help. Brown gave him help. Smith gave him help. You heard nothing of Sanders. Gainsborough did a little bit. Scott barely performed. Dallas Goedert did good at the tight end. Salute to Dallas Goedert, who made some key catches for the Eagles. I mean, this was a real good game, everything that I thought it would be. And then at the end of the game, the referee blows that call. Now listen, I don't expect you young motherfuckers to understand this. I'm not saying the Eagles lost because of that call. Listen to me carefully. I didn't have a side, so to me it don't matter. I had a bunch of prop bets. The only prop bet I lost, that Mahomes would throw an interception and he did it. I had Hurts to score the first touchdown, plus 700. I had time of possession, Eagles. I had KC second half. I had them on the second half, which they were down like 10 points. That was a no-brainer. Everything else came in, so I'm not here. I'm not mad at all. But you cannot make that call. Now, did he, by the rules, the way they were set up, perform a foul? I'll say yes. But you do not make that call because it did not change the trajectory of the play. If you see, when he slightly held him, it was a slightly held. That ball was still way overthrown. Not only that, it was third down. You still in field goal range, so you still didn't stop them from scoring. All you did was let them empty out the clock to get the field goal they was going to get anyway. And I'm going to give you facts why that shit not been called. There was a game with the Rams and Saints, the most obvious PI I ever seen in my life. And they didn't call it, and from my understanding it was too late in the game to make a kind of call like that, which was BS, because that was as obvious as it gets. I mean, he was there literally 2 seconds before the ball got there, or a whole second, which is a lot of time when you slow the shit up. He was all over him. And the worst blown call ever that I seen in the Super Bowl. That wasn't the Super Bowl, Rams and Saints. That was to go to the Super Bowl. But the worst play I ever seen, I had the Baltimore Ravens, listen to me carefully, against the San Francisco 49ers. It was 4th down. Kaepernick threw it up to Crabtree. When I tell you that Crabtree got mugged, I ain't lying to you. Go to YouTube. Press up Ravens versus Niners Super Bowl and then watch the last play of the game. How you see Crabtree, he got mugged and they didn't call it. And I understand because it's too tight of a game to make a call of that magnitude. And if there was ever a time to throw a flag, oh Jesus, that was the time. I mean, I'm happy I won money because of that play. Listen to me. I didn't lose money. I won money. And I was like, yo, I left out of there like, how lucky can I have been? They should not have made that call. I mean, everybody, the billions of people watching. Look here, I'm going to keep it 100. I still think Chiefs would have won the game. I'm not saying Hurts was going to get the ball and go right down the field. No, not the way the Chiefs defense was playing second half. But that just would have made it what it should have made it. You know, the ball was overthrown. You don't make that fucking call. You see the flag came out. It didn't come out right when he hold him. It came out after when the throw was already in the air. What that tells me is that they were securing that Chiefs win. But that's for another subject. So Noah, if you're watching this, that's for another subject. I'm going to have a video fixed, rigged, or tampered with that all of y'all better watch. I'm going to have aficionados on this video. We're going to give y'all the breakdown of everything from the legit side of the entertainment, sports business, to the shit that we think is rigged, fixed, or tampered with. So y'all want to tune into this video. But yesterday, I already know for sure that the money, all the money, was on the Eagles. I already know for sure. But to me, let them play it out, dog. I understand you have to do what you have to do, ref. I still think the Chiefs would have stopped them. I don't know why. I just felt they was on. I mean, their defense was up. They were kind of already figured out what Hurts was trying to do. Nobody else was really performing. I would have loved, and the world would have loved, to see that last drive, and they robbed us for that bullshit call. Bullshit call that, let me tell you something. Oh, my gosh. Early in the game, I want you to rewind to early in the game. There was a helmet-to-helmet to Devontae Smith on that first drive. Clearly. I'm yelling. I'm like, how they don't call that? How do I see that? And I'm a spectator, and these guys are on the field with the cameras and all that. They hit Devontae Smith helmet-to-helmet. I think it was on the first effing drive. How do you miss that? You missed that, which was plain obvious. In the beginning of the game where it really didn't mean nothing but moving the chains, but you make this phantom call at the end of the game that meant everything. Everything. Even Daffy Duck agrees with me, or I agree with him since he said it earlier, but I've been saying this since yesterday. But he got his shit out there before me. Daffy Duck even admits that you don't make that call. You don't make that call. And I'm going to leave it like that. I'm amped up. Like I said, I didn't bet no sides. So none of y'all can say, oh, he mad. No. I swear to God, I'll show y'all my ticket. If y'all want to inbox me, I'll show y'all all my tickets. It's just what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. You don't make that call. You do not make that call. And with that, I'm not going to take nothing away for Andy Reid for winning the most games with the Chiefs, tying a Super Bowl record, if I'm correct, at 2-2, because he was 0-1 with the Eagles. Now he's 2-2. He's the Chiefs' all-time winner. I thought he was going to sail into the sunset, but he made it clear he's coming back, which I feel bad for Eric Bieniemy. I thought he would take over. Salute to Pat Mahomes, who's going to be the next Tom Brady, obviously. 2-1 in Super Bowl play. He's going to be the face of the NFL. Salute to the Kansas City Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs fans. I'm not here to hate. I'm not here to hate. Like I said, I didn't bet no side. I said if I had an imaginary gun in my head, I probably would have took the Eagles. But trust me, I didn't bet no side. The only side I bet was second half Chiefs. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is I'm not here hating. I'm just here speaking facts. Salute to the Chiefs that played a hell of a game. This don't take away nothing from what the Chiefs did. But the referees can't make that call. That's all I'm saying. You let that continue to play, I still think the Chiefs would have stopped them and won. But it would have been better to see it that way than that ref just closing out the game with that suspect call. And with that, yours truly, Al York Sports, The Raw Truth. Hit me up on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. I'm telling you, I got a lot of raw shit. We got a lot of big projects coming up. And the next one is fixed, rigged, or the games are being tampered with. Y'all want to tune into that. With that, hold your heads. Love y'all. Super Bowl 57, Kansas City Chiefs. Salute.